If your daughter brings home Bill Belichick,
get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house, Bill Belichick. Like what? Like, Dad, this is my new boyfriend, Bill Belichick. What?
Would you say his full name when you say get out?
Yes, Bill Belichick. Why are you here?
You're not even gonna say Bill?
No.
Fuck nigga.
Bill Belichick, get out of my house. Fuck me. I'll probably do it like that.
We might just get hit with the Reaper.
Did you end up watching Bad Boys yet?
Yeah, I watched it last night. I watched Bad Boys last night.
Yeah.
Y'all gassed it up way too. I like the movie, but y'all gassed it up way too much.
Don't say y'all.
You gassed it up.
No, I said it was a really good movie. And I said I'm a fan of Reggie.
You were... No, Reggie went crazy. Reggie went crazy.
I was like, Reggie, I was like, hey.
Yeah.
That nigga Reggie was kind of crazy. He's like, I don't know why they keep bringing him in. I was like, hey, look, nigga, hey.
Yeah, and then after I was like, all right, bro, get out of here, bro.
And then even the ending when he was at the barbecue shit, that shit was funny to me too.
Oh yeah, he just stood there. That's just... I mean, I get it though. He killed 15 people. You can
do whatever the fuck you want to do.
You can make some chicken if you want. You kill 15 people. I can't stop you. Clearly, I can't stop you.
That nigga looked like fresh out of Call of Duty, my nigga.
He looked like you could tell, like just the look in his eyes, there was something wrong with him. When he was holding that chicken, I was like, he was probably thinking a way to like break the bone and like stab them, like crazy.
He's an insane nigga. Yeah, for sure. But I think, obviously Will Smith carried that. Like, if you're comparing like the two, Martin Lawrence.
Of course, because Will Smith is like an actor. Martin Lawrence, he's an actor, but like Will Smith is an actor. Martin Lawrence is a comedian. So
yeah, and Will Smith is just a better in shape human being.
Also true. At the first part of the movie when they had Martin Lawrence doing all that, oh, I can't die. He was like jumping, sliding, shooting out like Tom Cruise. I was like, this man is like 56. I don't know how old. He too old to be doing that. He got jowls now. Like he's old. He got like,
Yeah.
So
like, if we're real honest, Martin Lawrence is just probably his age. Will Smith is probably just more of like a freak of nature, if we're being honest with ourselves.
I knew all that stuff. Like Will Smith, he wasn't doing it for real. He had a stunt man and everything.
Oh, for sure.
But even watching the movie, I'm like, there's no way that Will Smith or Mike Lowry, however old he is in that reality, he's not able to do all that stuff in their version of real life, bro. He shouldn't be able to be jumping off of buildings and tackling people and chasing people down and all that crazy stuff. But it is what it is. It was a cool movie, though.
How would you rank it, though?
How would I rank it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like 1 through 10? Or
like if you put the movies in order?
Oh, it's still 2, 1, 4, 3.
Okay.
And I think it's like 2, 1, gap, 4, 3.
Hey, that's fair.
Because 2 and 1 was really, really good. Like you can, I don't know. It's very, I guess it's just how movies are now, but I don't know. It's like the texture of the movie or something about it. It just felt very different. Like when you go back and watch the first 2 as opposed to the 3 and 4, just the way it's shot and everything. Like you can tell it's different. I don't know. Yeah,
you're comparing a 1999 and 2003 movie to 2024.
No, not even that. It's the way. I don't know I don't know enough film terms to properly articulate it, but it just felt different. That's all I can say on it. I don't know how to better elaborate. It just felt different, just from the way watching it and everything. Like it felt like there was CGI in the movie, even though I don't think it should have been a CGI movie. It was like something like that. It looked more like how Marvel movies look now.
True.
That's the vibe I was getting. Obviously not a superhero movie, but just the way it looked. It looked more Marvel-esque to me.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
And there goes our segment, movie reviews with Greg and Jax. Like
another movie review. Next up. Nah, I don't know. I don't even know what's up. I don't even know.
We ain't even intro to what you call it. We was just talking and just happened to be recording.
We was just yapping our ass off. Welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast, the only podcast where we do something different every single day. Not an episode, not a week, not an hour, every single day.
Like you see, we just did a movie review. We didn't do that.
I mean, we did do that last week. I ain't gonna lie.
Shh.
But didn't do it. Now we did it. So we did do something different. You know what I mean? I woke up today with a purple do-rag before this recording started. Now I have a pink one. It's different, man. Glasses, jacket, shirt, man. Man,
we have too much to talk about. Actually, I can't even lie to you. I don't want to. Actually, we shouldn't even record. We have too much. We shouldn't even record. We have too much stuff to talk about. We can just
really just give up.
Act like this. Yeah. All right. We'll see y'all next week.
Really should just live stream the bitch.
Nah, but that would be. I feel like that would take longer.
Not even. What's it done?
Yeah. I don't know, but we have to start this episode talking about the biggest sporting event that happened in, like, I guess the past 7 days. You know, since the biggest sporting event that happened since our last episode. You know, it was everybody was waiting for it. You know, it took years and all that to happen, and finally we got the biggest sporting event of the year, which is the Frank Martin fight and Gervonta Davis fight. Because if you think we're talking about the finals, no, because that final sucked. But let's get into some boxing news. You know, we don't normally talk boxing because we don't know enough about boxing. Honestly, we should have Tunde back on to keep it a bean.
Low key, yeah.
That was
our plug for real.
we wasn't thinking about that for real. But you did watch the Martin and Gervonta fight, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, how did you feel about it?
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know who Frank Martin was until like 2 days prior, and like my coworkers were like talking about, "Oh, hey, Ghost." I'm like, Ghost.
Ghost is a hard nickname. I'm not gonna lie. But then Gervonta, he came out with like the Ghostbuster thing, and I was like, he got me. I was like, that's harder. I'm sorry, like that's colder.
That's and for the most part, like the first 3 rounds, I was like, okay. I mean, he hanging in there.
Yeah, like Frank Martin, he's very much unproven, but I know, like I'm not a boxing expert or anything, but I know he's very unproven. But a lot of people have been, and I've seen a couple of his fights and stuff before, but a lot of people were saying that he would be despite being unproven, he'd be a good test for Tank because he's really like that. Like he's a really good boxer. He's not just like a power person, even though he's not like Ryan Garcia. He's known for his power, like his knockout power. But Frank Martin, he was just more of a technician. And you could see that during the fight, like during the first, 2, 3, 4 rounds. I won't say he was whooping Tank. He wasn't whooping Tank ass, but he was tagging him. And like Tank, he was spending most of the time just guard up, trying to tire him down and everything.
And that man's endurance level was, I ain't gonna lie. They was talking about the endurance level, and I was like, he's not gonna get tired out.
Yeah, because I was watching and I was like, if Tank don't knock him out, Martin's gonna win the fight just because on the scorecard, and he's really tagging him. But the whole entire time, Tank, he was just guard up, not really doing too much. I think all that sort of changed towards like the 5th round, because that's when Gervonta, he really started like pressing him, and you saw like every time they would like cause a lot of the other boxing fights I see, it's a whole lot of clinching, and like the ref got to break him up and all that. You could see Martin, he tried to do that. Tank would always push him off, and then boom, boom, right back at him. Like every single time there was a single, like any type of gap, Tank will right back up. And you could tell he was just doing that to make Martin have to defend, put pressure on him. Right. And then like I guess that just tired him out, and then eventually Tank just
caught his ass.
Yeah, literally.
Because because Martin got caught a little, he got tagged here, but every time like Martin would get tagged, like Martin would tag right back.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as hard as Tank's tag, but he was fighting back.
He was good. I think this was probably like, it was a very entertaining fight, especially because Martin looks more of like a defensive fighter, in my opinion. like I said, I don't know shit about boxing, but it does look like it don't look like he just be pressing niggas. He was definitely in that corner. He's the only nigga where I was like, okay, like this corner shit might work because they tell you to get out the corner.
I seen when he was getting in that corner, I was like, man, he's making himself an easy target for time, and that's exactly
how he got it up. Hey,
that's exactly what happened.
I have faith. After the fourth round, I was like, oh shit, maybe this corner shit may work for this nigga. I was like, oh, never. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Tank ended up knocking him out in the 8th round, and I mean, for what it's worth, like it was still a great fight. In all honesty, I don't think Frank Martin, he should be ashamed or nothing like that, because he was putting his hands on him. Like that was a real deal fight. They was going crazy. So
it was a fight, but it's gonna be hard. It's hard to wake up and see a nigga do a backflip.
Yes. you wake up, your opponent's in the air upside in a chrome hearts, all chrome, everything chrome heart. That
was such a hard photo. Oh my god!
But no, in other boxing news, because like we said, we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Hell yeah!
The whole Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney debacle continues, or I guess technically it ended, because as you guys knew, or if you didn't know, now I'm telling you. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, they fought like a couple months back. Garcia beat Haney's ass badly. I'm not gonna hold you. like that ref was saving Haney, bro. Garcia beat his ass, and it broke my heart. It damn near started a race war. But anyway, Garcia he beat up Haney. Now it came out, I want to say last month, like May sometime, that he had a substance in his body called ostarine during the fight. And ostarine is a selective androgen receptor modulator that it attaches to proteins in the body and helps tells muscles to grow. It's used as a performance aid to help athletes build muscle mass and enhance their rate of fat loss to increase stamina and recovery. So that, I think a little bit of that substance was found in Garcia. He's denied to be like, yeah, I didn't cheat. I don't know where to get steroids and blah, blah, blah. And honestly, I believe him. I feel like if somebody put that substance, or I think if anything, he accidentally took it.
He probably accidentally took it. He just got to have better people around this corner to like.
Very, very true. Like it's low. It's not even low. It's inexcusable. Like as a professional boxer, you should know better than that. But yeah. I get how that could happen, but it shouldn't happen. You know.
Yeah, and for me, when I first heard the news, especially when I heard that it was no contest, I was like,
"Oh yeah." He got found with that substance. There was a whole lot of this, that, and the third around it, and they ended up, I think, either today or yesterday, they officially banned Ryan Garcia for a year. Even after, I think yesterday he said he was retiring from boxing anyway, but boxing went ahead and banned him for a year, and they gave Haney back his undefeated record and moved the record to a no contest. So it's like, I guess it's like it didn't happen, essentially, even though it did happen. I saw with my eyes Devin Haney got his ass whooped.
Yeah. So for me, when I first heard of it, I was like, okay, rules are rules. Mm-hmm. I did still see this nigga get his ass whooped. I hope Devin Haney is more on like a, I don't give a shit, run my ones back, or just kind of stay silent, keep it pushing. That's not what he did. Of course, that's not what the nigga did. You know what that nigga decided to do? He decided to do this shit right here. He decided that he was just gonna let us know how he was excited that ass whooping did not count. And Devin, I say this so respect. Okay, I did not even see that move. Like, sometimes I cut this off 5 seconds in. I just couldn't. I couldn't watch all 21 seconds. But it's just like, I'm not trying to see that out of a nigga that got his ass whooped, bro. That nigga had he had a photo reenactment of a Muhammad Ali picture that will be on Hispanic t-shirts forever.
I mean, for what it's worth, though, like Devin, You heard that? So, like this Rick James, bro. Like, if you hear that, you're gonna dance a little bit.
He's not Rick James, bitch.
Fair enough. Fair enough. My fault. Continue. I'm just saying.
We have not forgotten them bullshit shorts he was wearing during that fight.
There would have been better. Like, if he won that fight, we would have all been like, "Oh, the shorts was hard," but he lost. So,
but you lost. But technically, it's no contest. But look, I saw you with my own eyes. We saw you with the hands.
We saw you hugging the ref, and the ref was trying to keep him alive, bro.
On everything I love. Look,
I never seen nothing like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never seen nothing like that.
Y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want to say about Ryan Garcia because he is a weirdo to me. He just does things.
Very much. They're all them too many hits in the head. Like Frank Martin, he the only one that seemed normal. I'm not gonna lie to you. He seemed like a normal human being, but you never know.
Some may even argue Terrence Crawford, but if
he normal. Actually,
no. After that TikTok we had,
if you get shot in the head and drive yourself to the hospital, you're not normal. You're not normal. You're Batman. You're not normal.
You're not normal, and you didn't speed. That's crazy. Bro, I rewatched that shit again.
Bro. Like he was putting on his turns and he was waiting at the stoplights, everything, bro. Waiting for pedestrians to cross. Oh my goodness!
The first thing that ever blew up for us was a Terrence Crawford analysis of how he got shot. That was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, I say all of that to say he's not retiring. He's probably going to box again. Devin Haney's already said that he wants to fight Garcia again the clean way.
I do not think that Osterino or whatever. I really don't think it made that much of a difference. I think Haney just lost. Haney had no idea Garcia hit that hard because you could tell like when he got knocked. I think he got knocked down like early in the fight. I think maybe even like first round he got knocked down real fast, but he got back up. But like you could see the look in his eye. He was like, "Oh shit, he hits hard." I didn't realize that.
But I was like, but he like Ryan Garcia is one of those like people like to downplay the internet shit that he does, but he's no better than a lethal shooter with the IG videos that he used to do with just giving those niggas like the protective gear and then just gradually punching them niggas in the stomach.
But he did that when he was still normal when he was doing that. Now he went from like lethal shooter to Antonio Brown now. Like
yeah,
he needs to be on CTESPN with Antonio Brown and them. Like
he does not need to be there.
Never mind. We have to stop them from meeting.
We have to just stop. At some point, we need to put a stop to this shit. Right?
If they meet, that nobody knows what the power, those two forces combined will bring. Nobody knows what's gonna happen.
That's gonna fuck some shit up. Niggas will get
That's gonna tear that's gonna be the end of the world. It's gonna tear the universe apart.
That's real life Infinity Wars right there. Those are 2 stones.
Oh my gosh.
Those are 2 stones, and then you have to add 4 more?
No, imagine they meet Donald Trump all in the same room.
Okay, Donald Trump and
who? Okay, let's see. Donald Trump. Who is it? Donald Trump, Antonio Brown, Ryan Garcia,
John Jones's brother. I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
What is his name?
But
it's not. Arthur's the normal one, but
Arthur is the normal one. You have John. What's that nigga's name?
Chandler
Jones.
Chandler Jones.
Gotta put him in there.
Oh damn. who will be the fifth Infinity Stone?
Oh my God, the 5th one. Jesus. You have. People want to say Kai Jones is not Kai Jones.
No, Kai Jones is normal.
Kai Jones is normal.
I mean, he's a normal weird person. He just dyed his hair.
Now it's bald. Who the fucking? Oh my God.
There's another. Aaron Rodgers.
What's crazy is he might be more on the normal side of those Infinity Stones. Like you could put him in there, but can we find somebody better than Aaron?
There has to be another CTE person,
and he's probably a black man.
Is it Joe Biden?
Is it Mitch McConnell?
Is he still alive?
Yeah. I think he's still alive.
Okay, because he was just I can't even.
No, hey, when he did it the second time, I was like, oh damn.
The same thing is happening to Joe Biden. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Got a point.
They're going band for band with the paralysis.
Kevin Porter?
Now he's just a bad person. We need somebody who's doing crazy stuff. I can't.
Because Jonte Porter is not.
Stop. Kanye West.
You're right. There you go.
Kanye West.
There you go.
What was he thinking?
Now we cooking with grease.
Yeah, Donald Trump, Kanye West, Ryan Garcia, Antonio Brown, Chandler. If they all come, that can destroy the world. That can destroy the world.
When a nigga snap his fingers, hey, I'm ducking for cover. I'm ducking for cover. Oh my god!
Like Thanos, he only destroy half the world. That would destroy. I mean, half the universe. That would destroy the entire universe, bro. That'd start a new one. Good God.
Head coach.
Head coach.
Ain't no right. Because I feel like the head coach ain't even got to be on that kind of timing. I'm going to give you a name to get a nigga that can rile a locker room up.
Okay.
Michael Irvin.
Woo.
Michael Irvin. You put Michael Irvin in the locker room with 5 of those people right there.
That's hectic.
Oh my God. Give that man a pastor's towel. Oh, he's gonna cook.
He's gonna get really bad. It's gonna get really bad. They'd destroy the world.
You can't name a better file. You can't name a better file that can stop these.
No, you can't name a worse 5.
Right. You can't.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And this is why I'm gonna make this a TikTok, because this is insane. Jesus Christ.
Gosh. The starting 5 of CTE. Good God, that's insane.
Off the dome too. Look.
Yeah.
Is that all from boxing, or did you have any more CTE things you wanted to bring up before?
I think that's all from boxing. We got to get to more. We still have more CTE topics. This is a CTE centric podcast.
You right.
Yeah, so we go from one CTE example with Ryan Garcia to another lesser known person, a football player by the name of Terrell Lewis. Before all this happened, have you ever heard of Terrell Lewis?
Never in my life. I didn't know that. I knew it said NFL player. I didn't even know what team.
Exactly.
Until Brandon said it.
He plays for the Eagles. I think he's is he a linebacker or a lineman?
Yeah, I think it's a linebacker.
Let me see. Linebacker. That's even worse. Gosh. Because if it was a lineman, it would have been, I guess, a little bit more acceptable that he got ran down.
No,
he's a linebacker.
Yeah.
Or is he? Oh, he's a pass rushing linebacker. Okay, so he can be a little bit slower. He can be a little slower. Not too mad at that.
A pass rushing linebacker.
But yeah, Terrell Lewis, he, for lack of a better term, or there is much better term, but I'm gonna say this one because it's funnier. He ran off on the butt plug.
Damn.
Because apparently he was caught in not even apparently, he was caught in a hotel with some OnlyFans girl or some prostitute or something. And they caught him on video trying to escape from paying for the transaction. So he pushed her. The lady was naked. He pushed her down and ran out the hotel room. And she proceeded to pick her naked body up, assume perfect running form, and chase him, literally hawked him. Like, we can't show the video because she was naked in the video. So it's sort of crazy. But it was like this. Can you see my screen?
Oh my God. Yes. I think DK Metcalf is the perfect description of the type of athlete I think, I think the girl's name is Mia or Maya, whatever her name is. Something like that. Like, in the OnlyFans community, she might be a DK Metcalf caliber player.
Like, just because, like, we can't show but this is the exact replication. Like, look how far DK is from Buda Baker.
We apologize for the audio listeners, for sure.
Yeah. But he's very far. He's about...
God.
Look how... this thing's a demon. But he's... How many yards away? He's
not
about
even
1,
there
2,
yet,
3, 4... Maybe 5. It doesn't... He's 5 yards back, but, like, diagonal. So it's probably a little further than that. And he proceeds...
God damn.
When I saw this in real life, I was like, this is crazy.
His father being a guard tells me everything. Like, it just makes so much more sense.
I'm surprised his dad didn't put... Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. O-line's a tough position to play. So he probably didn't want his son, like, hitting all that. So I could see that.
But he was still, like he was naturally, like, skinnier, like, growing up. And he put on that weight, like, once he got into college. Like,
because he was super swole at, what was it, Ole Miss or something? Not Ole Miss. Was it? I don't remember. He was. I remember the picture in college where he was super duper swole.
Yeah, that's when I'm just like, oh my God. Plus, his dad probably wanted him to get paid more anyway. So,
hey, very true. But yeah, Terrell Lewis, he ran off on the butt plug, got ran down by said butt plug, and now we're all laughing.
They activated everything. She tagged.
People started DMing his. I think she tagged his mom or whatever because she released the video and tagged him, the Eagles, the
coaches,
owner of the Eagle. I think she had like Deion Sanders, Barack Obama. I was like, what that? Like they tagged his mom. Like they found his mom on Instagram and was DMing her. It was like crazy.
Nick Sirianni, all them niggas. Oh my God!
And as of now, he's still on the Eagles, but sheesh.
Bro, seeing Deion Sanders in a what does Deion have to do with this?
Oh, Deion doesn't even know him.
Deion, Lou Young. Okay, fuck. All right. Okay, nigga.
Man,
hey, she got her point across. This is how you do it.
I'm pretty sure she got her bread back. So shout out to her. You know, chase the bag. Chase the bag, chasing now. But moving from one freaky ass nigga to another freaky ass nigga in the football world, Bill Belichick. We're watching you, buddy. Bill Belichick, we're watching you, buddy.
Man, I'm glad we have gotten here. I am so glad.
Because if y'all don't know, Bill Belichick, he has a new girlfriend, and Bill Belichick is 72 years old because that's the magic number for coaches. And his new girlfriend is what, 22 or 24 or something like that. 50-year age difference. That's a very freaky old man.
Extremely. Where's he at? No, not that one. There you go, you freaky frog. On Juneteenth at that. Look at you.
That's even worse.
All right. So Jax has not seen this. And this.
Do I want to see this?
Yes. Well. Fair enough. I don't even know how to answer that, nigga. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna share what we saw and what the world saw on June 10th.
Oh, Lord.
We saw a viral video showing a shirtless Bill Belichick sneaking out of a house that was actually his new 24-year-old girlfriend's home, according to the New York Post. Look at this man here. Nigga, just like me, for real.
What month was this? Because isn't he caught up there?
Who said it was up here? Said a girlfriend's house. I don't know. Well, these are the kind of houses. It said from a few months ago.
Okay. It feel like winter. It looked like winter, but he outside shirtless, so I don't know.
I mean, he has them cut off hoodies anyway.
White people be weird though. They be outside in the cold. I seen it was like 30 degrees one time. I seen a white dude in shorts. I was like, dog, what are you doing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I before all of this speculation, I just assumed the nigga was married. I didn't know.
I knew he wasn't married, but I knew he had like a age appropriate girlfriend. I knew that much, and then I guess it didn't work out.
I guess so. Yeah, man. Meeting, like bringing Your daughter bringing home.
If my child brings home somebody who's 50 years older than them.
No. You got to specify. If your daughter brings home Bill Belichick, you got to
get out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house, Bill Belichick. Like what? Like, Dad, this is my new boyfriend, Bill Belichick. What?
Are you?
I can imagine that. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking to me about? I feel like I go deaf. Like, I can't. My mind wouldn't compute. Like, what are you even telling me right now?
Would you say his full name when you say get out?
Yes, Bill Belichick. Why are you here?
You're not even gonna say Bill?
No, I would never go. I'm Bill Belichick. Every single time I refer to him.
Fuck nigga. No.
That Bill Belichick, get out of my house. Fuck me. I'd probably do it like that.
Bro, I'm trying to say, like, yo, this has always been weird, bro. It's always been weird. This, bro, Bill Belichick, you have access to just
any. And not to change the subject a little bit, but like Jeff Bezos, as weird as he is, he divorced his wife and he got him a new girl who he married now, and she's an age appropriate wife. So I'm like, and she's like an age. She's fine for however old they are, like 50 or 60 or whatever. Like she might be like 10 years younger than me or something like that. But still, that's age appropriate. It makes sense. Like, you can find these type of women.
I'm like, Bill Belichick has access to like finding older, fine, like the pristine, fine women.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, y'all not for the Bill Belichick is not going to gaslight me into believing that there are not 40-year-old women that look good. 50
even in 40 is a big age gap too, but still, like,
yeah, that's
20 is crazy.
That going on here.
20 is crazy.
24 is outrageous.
Say, Bill, I heard you like them young. What the hell?
Master manipulator.
My habitual liar. He's a habitual liar. Deflategate. He be spying. He's a habitual liar too.
Oh no, man.
And now we learning the truth about him, man. Golly, freaky ass nigga, bro.
Dear Bill.
No, what's Bill's son? Because his son is a coach. Like, his son is an NFL coach now.
What's this nigga's name? I want to know his name. Oh my god.
I bet it's something like
William.
Sean. Steve.
Steve, nasty, bro.
I think it is Steve. Yeah, Steve Belichick.
Dear Steven.
Oh Lord. He's 37. Like, this woman is younger than your son, bro. Stop
God damn, this is bad. Okay, now real truth to Tom. What's worse, Bill Belichick and this girl, or what that old woman did to Jalen Green?
I will say, I think Bill Belichick, just because the age gap is crazier.
Jalen Green is a father, though.
That's why it's hard to choose. That's a crazy age gap, but also the child is crazy. But they said like Jalen Green got like 3 kids at like the same time or something now. So I don't know. It's wild. He's 6'9" God, bro.
Everybody can't be no 6'9" God, bro.
Hey, he can shoot.
I won't defend it, bro. I'm not defending this kind of behavior. I'm sorry.
Now we have to continue our journey into freaky frogness. This is like when you had to read Dante's Inferno in high school, and you just realize he kept going deeper into the depths of hell. Like, this is what it feels like,
bro. Oh, it's so disgusting.
Now, which quarterback should we talk about first?
Let's get the attic out the way.
Okay,
let's get the attic out the way.
All right. We need to stage an intervention for this man, because if you guys did not know, Aaron Rodgers, he is not at the Jets training camp, and nobody at the Jets really knows why, because he's not a good communicator at this point in his career for some reason.
Yeah. But
sources close say that Aaron Rodgers is rumored to be away at an ayahuasca retreat instead of attending mandatory minicamp. As in, you have to be there. That's what mandatory means. Like,
It's so bad that you still have to explain this.
why is he doing this? What's wrong? What happened?
Midlife crisis.
So you're doing ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Ayahuasca is what Kendrick told Drake to clean his soul from the bottom. What was going on in Aaron Rodgers' soul that he need to get it cleaned and restarted over from the bottom?
I don't know, man. You think he was on Ozempic?
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
No, I think you need to be bigger to play football. Like have more. Being a little bit bigger, it probably helps when you get hit. So I don't think no football players on Ozempic, except like the linemen that need to cut weight. Like Eddie Lacy, if Ozempic was around,
this nigga might be a superstar.
or Kelvin Benjamin, he'd be Calvin Johnson if he had Ozempic.
Oh my God. There's just certain niggas that, bro, if they had Ozempic.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Vince Wilfork?
He was good. Vince Wilfork was good and he was fat, so it don't even matter. He didn't need nothing. He was gonna be fine regardless.
Just imagine though.
Do you think that Ozempic would be? You think it's a banned substance in the NFL?
It should be. It should be. Just because why would you want to be skinny as a football player? I mean,
there's a lot of like just think about the Constitution when they didn't put in the Constitution that you can't vote for a felon just because in their mind they were like nobody in their right mind will ever do this, and lo and behold, it's happening.
Which is why they need to ban it.
Fair enough. I see what you're saying.
Protect you from you.
Because you never know.
You never
people
know.
will be stupid.
30 years down the line. My God, where's Ozempic running rampant?
But nah, Aaron Rodgers, I didn't think the Jets were going to be that good this year, but I for sure thought they would be better than what they are last year. And they still have that chance, but it's just like, what is going on with them as a franchise? Or really even to what's going on with Aaron Rodgers? Why is he acting like this, bro? Like he got out of Green Bay and turned into just weird, bro.
Don't do that. He was weird. He was weird in Green Bay too.
I guess, yeah. We just didn't know because he's not in New York. He was stuck in Wisconsin. And then everybody that did say anything about Aaron Rodgers was labeled a hater. Oh, you're just jealous. When his parents, his family don't like him.
All of a sudden, it's they just hating on his success and fame. They call Greg Jennings a hater. Greg Jennings ain't never hate on a nigga a day in his life. I don't know why they decided to think that Greg Jennings.
Wait, what did Greg Jennings say? I don't remember what he said.
Well, I think he was a little bit more critical of Aaron Rodgers,
okay.
Especially when he started getting into like the media spaces after his career.
Okay.
And Aaron Rodgers would like push back, but of course, Aaron Rodgers being the superstar, niggas just gonna believe superstars over Greg Jennings, which Greg Jennings was still a very great player.
He wasn't a superstar. He was a dog still. Greg Jennings was cold.
Very cold. Yeah. And Greg Jennings is not somebody that's just gonna go back and forth with niggas. He's like, okay, you got it. I don't give a fuck. So
I remember Greg had said something, but I just didn't remember what he said. But
yeah, me neither. But at the same time, Aaron Rodgers has done so much over the past decade since that happened. It's like, okay, well, just add it to a list of things that he's been doing. Another liar. Remember that whole COVID thing? I'm immunized.
Like,
I'm immunized.
What is wrong? I just don't get it, man. These people is crazy.
I wonder if Sauce Gardner still did the hand sign with the air.
I know he be sick that Aaron Rodgers is his quarterback. Like he's like, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is good, but he's just like, man.
So who's taking those reps? Zach Wilson again?
No, Zach Wilson on the Broncos. I don't know.
Backup for these niggas now.
I think it's Tyrod Taylor.
Oh wow.
Tyrod Taylor, he's good, so.
He's good, but I remember that pierced lung thing that happened a while back.
He just don't be getting the chance, bro. That's all. And then they replaced him with Nathan, the worst quarterback in NFL history. They replaced him with because he was doing too good for them, and they didn't want to make the playoff. They want a draft position. Like
that's crazy. That's crazy because I'm thinking about Tyrod Taylor right now. I'm going to pivot real quick.
All right.
Start cut bench. Tyrod Taylor, Geno Smith, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett start. Geno Smith bench. Tyrod Taylor. We have to cut him, unfortunately.
Cutting Tyrod.
Unfortunately. He's better than Geno. I mean, Geno, yeah, they're both better than him.
feel like Geno's a little bit better than Jacoby. You just don't want to sway your allegiance.
You're not wrong.
I feel like you know the truth, bro.
Yeah, I know the truth completely, but still, I have to.
I was like, I don't know how long he's gonna keep doing this, but I
It's not gonna
respect
stop.
this nigga's vision.
It's not gonna stop, bro.
I thought I was the biggest Jacoby Brissett fan, and then I met
I
you.
need him to. He just needs a 1 year where he's just the unquestioned starter completely.
He was the unquestioned starter with Cleveland. I don't know what you're talking about.
Deshaun was there,
But you know them first 12 weeks was his.
but he's not unquestioned. Like they didn't build like they were waiting the whole time. Just tread water until Deshaun gets back. Like no, just let him be your quarterback. Let him lead that franchise. Like even now, he's going to be the quarterback for the Patriots. He's probably going to start a couple games before they bring in Drake May. But like, give him a chance.
He should have never left. He should never left New England.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Didn't they trade him? I don't remember exactly how he.
The nigga. Well, no, he negotiated his contract with the Indianapolis Colts when Andrew Luck retired out of nowhere. I remember that. He's 31, Jax.
Okay. It's young in quarterback years. He can still have 10 more years. He won't, but he could. But he won't.
He's 31, Jackson.
Anyways, whatever. Speaking of quarterbacks, we have to finally get to. Is this the end of our journey into freakiness?
Is it?
Because we got to talk about Matthew Stafford, or rather, his wife.
Oh my God. I'm really trying to say respectful things, bro.
I'll just play the video for you guys.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I got the video.
Good, because
So this is Matthew Stafford's wife, Kelly Stafford, talking about their relationship in college.
Wait, so was he trying to casually date and you were all in?
Yeah, girl. Anyways, long story short, it wasn't that cute of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him.
Her teeth are very big. She got the wrong size veneers. Like they don't fit in her mouth.
I don't like veneer culture in general, so
Yeah. No, but stop getting veneer, bro. Just get braces. Stop being lazy.
bring dentures back.
You said what?
Bring dentures back. Bring dentures back.
They're all gonna need them in a few years because they're all getting them trash veneers. But anyways, we'll continue the video. Okay, there we go.
Of a relationship at first. I hated him. I loved him. I dated the backup to piss him off, which worked.
Yes.
He was like,
That'll do it.
he was the bad boy too. Like Matthew's so sweet and Southern gentleman and all that stuff. And the backup was the complete opposite.
Yep.
Ooh, and it upset him. So they lived in the same dorm because athletes lived in the same dorm, and he would see my car there. And so at one point he like waited and followed me out and got in my car and wouldn't get out.
Stop.
And he was
You're
like,
this is so hot.
I was like, this is amazing. It's working.
Yeah.
I was get out of my car and he was like, he's not right for you. And I was like, what? You can't tell me that.
Hey, Matthew. ISO on me. Control your hoe.
Oh my gosh.
Control your hoe.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'm gonna need you to hey, look me in the eye, my nigga. Control your hoe. She out here acting up. She out here acting up and embarrassing you. Your legacy, right here. This is not what we want to remember you for. You know what I mean?
You want to remember for the Super Bowl, the no-look passes.
You one of the most underrated quarterbacks of all time, and it makes no sense because you're so goddamn talented. But we got, I won't say other words about this one, but I'm being respectful because I respect you. Control your hoe. That's all I got to say about it.
Oh.
That's all I got to say about it, man. Control your hoe. Why are we talking about this? Why does she feel the need to just bring this up again? And on top of that, she talking too much. And so now niggas can do research because we found what the nigga looks like.
Look at, and this is the backup.
That's what the backup looks like. Look, nigga looks like Sid from Toy Story.
She said he was a bad boy. I just didn't think that would mean he, took toys apart and tortured them.
That nigga is an evil Jason Williams.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. What is this, Georgia?
Yeah. I don't want to look up his name because bro, but come on, bro.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, at least a nigga ugly. At least Matthew Stafford can hang his hat on down. Nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, I guess you wanted to downgrade. I guess.
Is that really hanging your hat? Like, that, we don't got to get.
Yeah, because I'm saying old dude can really just play Tupac.
What you mean?
I fucked your wife.
Yeah.
I fucked your wife, yo. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Women just put women will sometimes, put their men in compromising positions because
precarious situations. But I thought this was the end of our journey into the freaky frogness, but we still have one more stop. So please, audience, bear with us while I share my screen one last time.
Oh God.
Because
I'm sick, bro.
Baca got a weird case, so we were like, why is he around? But why are Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan?
For him, say Drake, I hear you like him. You better not ever go to cell block. You can talk to him and they in love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him.
Gosh.
They tell each other only when they get your Hemi down. Party at the party plan.
Why were Russ and DeMar around?
Niggas is some Cali niggas.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I can't.
And DeMar's an OVO nigga.
He's not. He just played in Canada. And Drake was like, "Hey, you're in Toronto. I'm in Toronto." But no, he's been Compton his whole life.
He got a bullet in his rib cage still to this day.
DeMar DeRozan got shot.
Yeah.
When he get shot, I never knew he got shot.
Back in the day, though, I think way before his NBA career.
I mean, obviously, but I didn't know he got shot. But
yeah, he got shot.
But yeah, on Juneteenth, it was outside of being a holiday.
Oh man,
not Russell, but Kendrick Lamar decided to have his pop out Ken and Friends concert, so he could pop out and show niggas that he was better than Drake. In the concert, it was a crazy concert, amazing,
great concert.
He performed "Not Like Us," the song that everybody's heard by now, because that song is literally everywhere. I was walking down the street yesterday. I heard, I'm like, dead ass, like 4 cars banging that hoe. Like, dead ass. Just 4 different cars at 4 different times. I'm just like, this song keeps following us. Like, I see dead people, bro. He keeps following us. But he performed that song, Not Like Us, I want to say 6 times.
Jesus Christ.
And like the first time, you were like, okay, cool. Because like, he performed it. He held the A minor for a really long time. You was like, oh, okay. That's cool. That's funny, blah, blah, blah. And you knew he was going to start it over so he can, you knew he was going to do it again so he can get through the whole song. Then he held the A minor longer again the next time. And I was like, damn. He proceeded to do that, I think, another time. And then he just started bringing out all of his friends. Every single human being he knew.
Yeah, man. And shout out to one of OVO's finest, DJ Academics. You know I had to bring this nigga up. Look, at the end of the day, y'all can say what y'all want to say about the man, because the man is weird. Why is he around?
What?
But one thing about DJ Academics, that nigga knows how to make some content. That nigga knows how to make some content, and I wanted to share what I saw that made me cackle for about 10 fucking minutes. Right here.
Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the walking down whole time. I know he got
Westbrook, you'll never win a ring, nigga. You'll never win a ring.
him. Say Drake, I hear you like him. You better not ever go to cell block. Certified boogie man.
That shit right there had me sick. Because why are you dry hating? Why are you dry hating so hard?
Well, I get why he was watching it for content, but damn, bro. Like, he treats Drake like his father figure, so I know that just hurt his soul very deeply.
You heard how that nigga's, you never win a ring, nigga. You'll never ring. I'm like, bro, come on now.
And Kendrick, he brought the entire West Coast on that stage.
Bloods, Crips, everybody.
Dr. Dre was there. There was a pregnant woman.
LeBron
was there. I feel like Anthony Davis was there. They said Kobe White was there too with DeMar, but I didn't see him on stage. I'm trying to see if I can find the pregnant woman because there was a pregnant girl there, and I was like, "Why are you up here?"
You do not care about your child.
There were children
Everybody was there except for the game.
because the game is weird.
I mean, of course he's weird.
And he I couldn't find the pregnant woman. Oh well. But he took sides with Drake.
Yeah. He was trying to still keep he wasn't trying to burn no bridges.
Well, he didn't burn it. But the game he burns every bridge. This is a game. That's what he do. Like, he's a good rapper. He's just a weirdo, bro. Like,
yeah, he just picks and chooses when he want to play that politics game. I don't know why he does what he does sometimes, but yeah.
Great. So that concert was amazing. I wish I could have been there.
Kendrick and Friends, bro. That was a fire concert. Kendrick won 2024. There's nothing that anybody else can do this year that's gonna top what the fuck.
He had the best. Even if I think he's gonna drop an album, but even if he don't, he already
doesn't. This is the best Kendrick's year.
Yeah, nobody's gonna top that because it's just funny, and you're gonna hear Not Like Us everywhere, bro. Because I think they were talking about once the HBCU bands get a hold of it, and I was like, man,
oh my god, the fall,
it's gonna go crazy.
I'm already knowing, bro.
And you know they're gonna have a remix. Watch them do like a Black Hippie remix with that song. I'll be all right, bro. We can't keep doing this.
They gonna go crazy. There's gonna be a chopped and screwed version of this shit.
The music video of this song hasn't even dropped yet, and you know they're doing a music video.
And I know there's gonna be some crazy shit on there. Some crazy appearances on there. You're gonna see some like, why is this nigga here?
Why is he around?
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. And I think is that all the Freaky Frogness? Is that all the Freaky Frog?
Hey man, we made it. We made it through.
Oh fuck, man. Jesus. Man.
Now we can finally talk about the worst day of my life.
Oh, wow. The worst?
No, it's not the worst.
I'm about to say OKC 2012 actually happened. I don't know. Game 2 to be exact.
Shut up.
Hey, look, you said the worst day. Come on now. Let's be honest with ourselves.
Shut up, bro. Man, whatever. Anyways, shout out to the Boston Celtics because we've spent many a podcast saying, oh my gosh, this light-skinned man, he can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep getting away with this. Well, audience, he kept getting away with it. And the Boston Celtics are the official world champions of the basketball. They won the NBA championship. They beat the Mavericks 4-1 in the series. I don't remember the score of the last game because
it's a lot too little.
Yeah, it's a lot too little. They got blown out. The Mavs essentially gave up. And yeah, I guess I know I said Mavs in 5, but deep down, I knew the Celtics were the better team. I just didn't want them to win. I didn't want Jason Tatum to keep getting away with this. But you know, he did. He did win Finals MVP though. That went to Jaylen Brown, which is I think he definitely deserved it because I do believe he outplayed Jason Tatum this playoff series, and this was just a all-around dominating series by the Celtics, except for Game 4. But they probably lost that game just so they could, win back at home.
Awesome, yeah. I will say, look, both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have had. They are winning. They're winning on and off the court.
Yes.
You saw Jaylen Brown do what he did with that woman, with that Finals MVP trophy. Jason Tatum, as cringe as he is, at the end of the day, man, when you get Ella May pregnant,
yeah,
you're winning. You know what I mean? People gonna hate on you. I get it. You know what I mean? Your father. One thing that I did not like about this finals, and we'll talk about it a little bit more, the fact that there was no game on Father's Day was just kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, they did go like that whole weekend without games.
It's just kind of like, and it's not like we haven't had Father's Day games. Literally, one of Michael Jordan's greatest moments was on Father's Day after the death of his father.
Yeah.
So to have certain, like, it really didn't click for me until I saw this picture right here.
That's a tough picture, too.
That's a tough ass picture right here. And for this, if this was to happen on Father's Day, that would have been cold.
Yeah.
That would have been fire.
It was still fire. Like that picture of Tatum holding up his son is crazy with the background. It's fire picture regardless. But
It is a fire. It is fire.
yeah, I see what you're saying. It would have hit a little bit different on Father's Day. Just a tad bit different on Father's Day.
It's so weird, but like, there's some other things I want to talk about with the finals. But if I want to talk about like the Boston Celtics, look, people wanted to break the duo up.
I honestly believe that the duo needed to be broken up. I didn't think I long said I don't think they're gonna win it. I said that multiple times on this podcast. I was like, they're not gonna win a championship together. Well, I was wrong.
They did it. They did that. They people were like looking at Jaylen Brown crazy when he had that max deal of like, yo, that's just shit. That's just a lot of motherfucking money, and you still got to pay Tatum. Look,
that was like the richest contract in the NBA at the time. Was it at the time or is it still?
It might be still.
Yeah, it was like $300 million.
That's going to get surpassed really quick by Jason Tatum because I know they're going to max that nigga out. You brought the championship to Boston, bro. You're gonna do that easily. So look, shout out to them, and I think that if we're being honest, nobody really hates the Celtics, yo. The real issue is that Jason Tatum is cringy, and that's really the reason why people were rubbed the wrong way about the Boston Celtics. Who really gives a fuck about Jaylen Brown like that? Like, to hate him. You know what I mean? To be like, I can't fuck the Boston Celtics. I just can't stand them. You can't stand Al Horford. What does Al Horford do?
I am glad Al Horford got him a ring. I like
exactly. Derek White don't do nothing.
Derek White. I like Derek White too. And then Drew. How do you feel about? I can ask you, brother. How do you feel about Al Horford and Drew Holiday, like their Hall of Fame cases? Because now they're championships. I mean, they're champions. Drew's a 2-time champion. They've, of course, all been all-stars. Drew's been all defense at one point. I'm not sure about Al Horford's like other accolades because he's sort of just off the top. But how do you feel about their Hall of Fame cases?
I think Al Horford was going to be a Hall of Famer without this ring, if I'm being honest. I think because it's a basketball Hall of Fame and he was a 2-time champion at Florida, I think that carries weight with Billy Donovan and I forgot Joakim Noah. That was a crazy Florida group right there. So that ring solidifies it. Will he be first ballot? Probably not. But there's just so many people that get into the NBA, like the Basketball Hall of Fame. So it's very hard for me to be like, no. NFL? If it was going off of NFL standards, no.
Of the NFL, it's hard to get. I think when ranking the Hall of Fame, baseball is the hardest to get into, then NFL, then basketball, because they low-key beating everybody.
Yeah, because like there's certain debates that shouldn't be happening. Like there should not be real discourse about Derrick Rose being a Hall of Famer. He's not.
Yeah, but like, people will still have that discourse. And honestly, if he somehow 6-mans himself into a championship, I'm gonna be like, he need to be in the Hall of Fame. So
right,
if that happens, I'm for sure rooting for D Rose.
Look, yeah, and everybody roots for a good story. So, and then for Drew Holiday, I think him being a 2-time champion holds a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm. Because I really don't. They don't win this without him.
They don't
at all.
Absolutely, and it's crazy. They both come from the Atlanta team. That's kind of interesting.
Drew was on Atlanta.
I'm tripping. Drew was a 76er. I'm tripping. I'm thinking. I'm thinking about. Damn, I'm thinking about Jeff Teague.
It's funny how they both played for the 76ers at one point, though.
That is true, and I'm happy for low key. People can hate all they want. I am happy for Porzingis. Because the way that nigga got booed on draft night, I still remember that.
I don't really feel no way about Porzingis. I don't, neither here nor there. I don't really care.
Yeah, but like, there's nobody that like I'm just like, who the fuck, you know what I mean? So for the Boston Celtics, it's just, if Jason Tatum just played like he was supposed to play and didn't do Kobe tweets, I think this is one of the more likable Celtics teams.
If he didn't do Kobe tweets and if he didn't do stuff like this,
stuff like that.
If he didn't do,
oh no,
we did it. We did it.
Like
we did it.
I feel like he was trying to force a moment, bro. Like he was trying to do that what did KG do? Like anything is possible or whatever. And then LeBron, he tried to copy that with Cleveland. This is for you. And now Jason Tatum trying to do his whole. We stop it.
Sound like Kamala Harris. We did it, Joe.
But one thing though, like it was very weird. Like after the Celtics won, like they were probably excited, but it was just looking at them. It didn't feel like a championship. They didn't feel excited. Honestly, like just from my outside perception.
When you mollywopping the team.
Even when they got to the podium and like Lisa Salter, she was asking the questions correct, I believe. Yeah. And like those the questions, they weren't well thought out. She was just, hey, you come talk. Hey, you come talk. Hey, like, it was very.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, for sure.
And that feel like a championship.
And that's why I really wanted to get into like that NBA Finals conversation about viewership, and it being one of the lowest viewerships in the last 3 to 4 years, because we only compare it to, post-COVID standards. Because COVID, there was a huge drop.
COVID changed everything.
COVID changed a lot of things. I think a lot of people keep talking about, people illegally streaming. Like, yo, I get.
I think that makes a really big. I think that's a really, really, really big impact.
That's a factor, and that's like a really big thing. That's a pillar, because you can't even calculate that number. You can't even get the analytics of like how many people are actually watching on Stream East. But you're still in the realm of, and I'm dealing with outliers here, but you're still dealing with NBA, WNBA, certain things with Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark. And you're dealing with March Madness stuff with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. All those are outliers. Mm-hmm. You look at those ratings, and they're still higher than the NBA Finals. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, that's a factor. But I think that's kind of cutting the NBA some slack, for lack of a better term, because they could have did better things. Like if you look at old NBA stuff, like it's just the little things.
Yeah.
Like you look at the court. Like back in the day,
I still don't get why they removed that. I don't get why they removed that.
Or like the championship logo used to be like somewhere on there, and like that shit used to be cool. And seeing like Kobe near that hole, and he do the little rip thing like when he won. Like all those things matter.
I'm sorry. Side note, what was that? Like, because he wasn't gonna rip his jersey off. I don't. What was he doing? Like, he was just like showing his like. I don't know. It's very weird. That
nigga Kobe could do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. Nobody said anything because he was Kobe, but I don't know what the nigga was trying to do.
Because he wasn't gonna rip his jersey. He just like showed his shoulder. It was very odd. I don't get it. But
nigga showed his Kobe brand. I don't know. But like, I it's one of those things. Like, granted, streaming has always been a thing, but it's upticked since post-COVID for sure. So it's hard to compare this shit to like the 2016 finals, the 2017 finals, 2019 finals. Like, it's kind of hard to compare those things because we was in a different time and place. But this to be lower than the 2023 finals, which everybody felt like was a low finals because it wasn't no marketability, and it's the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat. Okay, nigga, now you have Boston Celtics, one of the most known franchises in NBA history, a part of this, and the Dallas Mavericks, where you have, quote unquote, a superstar that everybody knows about. He's a little vocal, and people know him, and people have a relation to Kyrie Irving. You have those things, but the ratings were lower than the 2023 finals, right? And I look at the fourth quarter as well, because it's like a fourth quarter is when you're at your peak, because there's some people, like myself included sometimes, where we just gonna look at the fourth quarter. And sometimes when you see a blowout, nigga, I'm not tuning in. Who the fuck cares anymore? I think that was a problem. I think that they didn't market it well enough. I don't think that the commentators were it this year.
Yeah, like shout out Mike Green was trying his hardest. Yeah, and I do like Doris Burke. I think she's cool. JJ Redick. Shout out to we'll get into more JJ Redick. We got to touch on that in a little bit, but JJ Redick, he was using like Twitter words and stuff. He called he called somebody an ethical scorer or something like that.
Kyrie. I think he called Kyrie an ethical scorer.
Get that out of not in my NBA. Not in my NBA.
It was really bad. So, like I said, I think that Stream East and all these other illegal platforms, that's a factor. But I don't want it to be something like a black and white issue. Oh, it's just this. No.
The NBA, they need to step their product up.
They got to step.
In all honesty, because you said it's like the little things, but if you neglect the little things too much, they build into a big thing, and that's what happened with the NBA. Like people have been saying it's no, and I didn't even really think about this until the point was brought up because I was watching it and I was just like, man, it feels different, but I couldn't really pinpoint why. And they just said it's normal. Like at first, I didn't think I cared that much about stuff like that, but the pageantry and everything. Yes. It's the finals. It needs that. It needs to feel special. You know, put the little decal on the court. Put the little not little, but put the symbols on the court. You know, maybe spice up the jersey a little bit. Show the pregame routine. Show the national anthem. Show like the player introductions. Things like that.
And another thing, switch up
and get better commentators. My fault.
Invest in halftime, nigga. I'm tired.
The ESPN halftime. It's not it, bro. I'm
talking about like even like the halftime show, like on the actual court. Change that, like, bro. Invest in that. I'm tired of them little small ass dogs doing the same fucking tricks.
But the thing is, you never know when the series is gonna end, though. So you don't know when to have the big halftime concert. You never know when the series is gonna end.
When it's the NBA Finals, my nigga. Look, do something.
You just want to book somebody for. Like game 4, 5, 6, and 7 if necessary. Like I don't think.
I mean you're gonna have 4 games minimum.
Yeah.
So game 1 and game 4 should be solid. It should be solid. And granted, like I'm not gonna say that you're ever gonna be competing with a Super Bowl halftime show.
Never.
Like, we're never gonna do that.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is you can do better than the Chinese lady spinning the bowls. And on a unicycle, like
she's tough, bro. She isn't she like 50 or something? She's tough. She's too old. She's old doing that. That's tough, bro.
She's tough. She's tough, but I see it on the regular season. Like do something that's different. Like bring a real concert out. Like y'all do it for the All-Star all the time. For the All-Star event, y'all be having NBA YoungBoy. Y'all have shout out
YoungBoy
to
was at the All-Star game.
And when it was in Utah, yeah, YoungBoy was there.
He need to be on. He need to be on that starting that list too. He's a 6 man.
Crash out. Krishan Rock. Shit. Hey, there's some snuff.
I muted her name, so I haven't seen her. I forgot she existed, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't seen her since we did the that one TikTok. If you know, you know. Her versus Whitney Houston was crazy. I will say that. That's crazy. But yeah, man. There's a lot of things that they can do. I just need them to attempt to do something.
To touch on the Mavericks a little bit, because we spent a lot of this time talking about the Celtics, which yuck. But the Mavs, they just sort of lost to the better team, you know? Yeah. And we've been sort of saying it before. We thought with how he played in the OKC series, we were like, okay, maybe PJ Walker just is that. Not Walker, but PJ.
Well, shout out to PJ Walker, though.
Yeah, shout out PJ Walker. But PJ Washington, we were like, maybe he can be that third star, but he definitely came back to earth. He maybe even crashed back to earth. So he didn't really have a good series at all. So the Mavs, they need to spend this offseason trying to locate that third star. I think it should be like a wing player. Who exactly? I don't know. I've seen Paul George's name floated around a lot. And Paul George, he's a player that would be a good acquisition on literally any team because that's just the style of play. He just fits everywhere.
He gonna cost too much money.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So they might have to go after a younger player that's up and coming and hope he takes off soon. But who exactly? I'm not really sure.
Or go get DeMar or something.
That I don't. I was gonna say DeMar won't help their defense, but then again, they don't really need defense because they had the number 1 defense in the league toward like the end of the season, I believe. It was like a top something defense towards the end of the.
Yeah, you just have to develop. You just got to hope that Lively continues to develop.
I think he will because he started making threes and everything. I think Lively's gonna be really good. How do you feel about Zach LaVine? Because I know they're trying to. The Bulls are trying to move him.
Like going to Dallas?
Yeah.
I mean, what would he be, a 3? Because I still.
How big is Zach LaVine? Is he 6'7" or 6'5"? I don't know how Zach. I don't know. How
Wait, I don't know why that feels like a bigger gap than what it actually is. 6'5" to 6'7". That feels like
it's a big gap, but
even though it's a 2-inch difference, it feels like 4.
He's 6'5". He's 6'5", so maybe not him. Because Tim Hardaway Jr. is 6'5", so no.
Nah. I always look at him as like a 2 guard.
Yeah,
that was really athletic. And
I was thinking he was a little bit bigger.
I mean, like you could go. I wish Andrew Wiggins was like the 2022 version of himself.
I mean, maybe he could turn back the clock, play with a great player like Luka and Kyrie. I mean, because this would be not the same situation, but similar. You know, a team with a championship pedigree, because the Mavs literally are a championship pedigree team. They have 2 dominating players. We're not gonna look for Andrew Wiggins to be the number 1 or the number 2. So maybe.
I know that the Pelicans are trying to move Brandon Ingram, but I feel like they're trying to get some real compensation back for that.
Yeah, they wouldn't get nothing back from the Mavs. Don't have assets to give back. That's also another thing with them.
True.
I'm looking at some of the top free agents. I mean, there's LeBron, of course. He has a player option. LeBron, Paul George. They're not going. Pascal, he just agreed to a deal with the Pacers. OG Anunoby, he has a player option, so maybe.
Yeah, he didn't like the offer that he got from New York, so that could be something. Yeah. And I think he's 26. 20.
I don't know, but he's not. Yeah, he's 26, so he's not old at all. Tobias Harris is no sir.
And he an NBA champion.
Yeah. Isaac Okoro, no sir.
No, that's not going.
Unless he just somehow learns how to shoot. But yeah,
no, that's not going to do it. Is Jeremy Grant still like a thing?
Jeremy Grant, he's on the Pacers or not? What do they call it? The Trailblazers now. Yeah, I think he's still like locked in to that contract. For real.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Especially because the West is getting better. So.
Yeah, you gotta like they did a great job, grabbing their good pieces from sorry ass teams. They're gonna have to keep doing that. They're gonna have to go and attack sorry ass teams. You gotta go to the Trailblazers and see what they'll give up.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go to the Chicago Bulls because they give up anything. If you want to fleece somebody, go fleece the Chicago Bulls. They'll do it.
Yeah,
they'll rob you with the eyes wide open.
I'm just trying to think. I don't know who the Mavs can get. It might be a little bit rough for them, but I mean, they got Luka, they got Kyrie, so
they'll have to wait.
They'll be good eventually.
They'll have to wait. They'll have to wait until something happens, like somebody's disgruntled 4 months in, and then they can swoop in and make a trade or something. Who knows?
One more thing though. Shout out to Josh Green for the Mavs because he's the only player in that Game 5 who played with some heart. So shout out to Josh Green. He played like he actually wanted to be there.
Shout out to Josh Green because I remember seeing that nigga in real life. And I was like, damn, this nigga shot is not falling. Shout out to him.
Good.
Happy for him.
But Greg, I think we made it through everything.
Made it?
Yeah, shoot.
Shit.
It was a lot.
That was a lot. And we got some.
Oh, wait, no, we did not. We have to at least mention there was a couple things in the NBA that happened. Let's do the unimportant stuff first. Josh Giddey, he got traded to the Bulls for Alex Caruso.
A 1-for-1?
That's it. Just 1-for-1. Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso.
It's a crazy swap.
Yeah, the Thunder definitely got better with that trade, and I think both teams got better. Not gonna hold you. I think Josh Giddey is good.
He's good,
even though he's played bad at times, but he just wasn't really the right fit. So outside of that, Monty Williams, he got fired by the Detroit Pistons, and now their interim head coach will be Stephen Silas. And we all know Greg hates Stephen Silas, even though he acts like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. You don't like that man for whatever reason.
I hope he does well. No,
you don't. But Monty Williams, he got fired 1 year into like his $65 million contract or whatever. So and they got to pay him. So he's chilling. He's doing great, I guess. Maybe not because he probably wants to coach, but whatever.
You don't want to.
And then
he does not want to coach Detroit.
And then the big coaching acquisition happened, and Shams was right. Woj tried to step on it, but no, Shams was right. JJ Redick is the new head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers. I think he's getting something in the range of like $8 million a year or something like that. So, I'm not the biggest fan of this acquisition in particular, because I think JJ Redick, he's going to be a good coach. I think he will be a good coach, just not for the Lakers. He might take like a Jason Kidd path. How Jason Kidd, he was the coach for either it was the Nets or the Bucks first.
It was the Bucks, then the Nets, then Dallas.
Regardless, Jason Kidd, he had to have a couple stops first before becoming the NBA Finals coach that he is now. So I think the same sort of career path could happen for JJ. I don't think he's going to really see success on the Lakers, frankly, because I do not think the Lakers are a good basketball team.
Right.
So unless the Lakers decide to just, okay, let's embrace this rebuild. We have horrible contracts. We not really get no money like that for real. LeBron's our lifeblood, blah, blah, blah. Even though LeBron, he's a free agent right now, but I think he can pick up his option or decline it. I don't know, but they need to figure something out where they can trade LeBron so they can get some pieces back and just really start over. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, this is a very, very weird situation. But at the same time, the Lakers are not a traditional kind of, or they just do things.
Nothing about them has been traditional ever.
Never in their life. You know, even understanding that Jeannie Buss banished Jerry West and revoked his season tickets after Jerry West took issue with Jeannie Buss dating one of the team's head coaches. You know what I mean? It's just some things that just don't really...
Unserious franchise. Yes, they've had a whole lot of success. Still completely unserious. And
now you have somebody with zero coaching experience, zero head coaching experience. And now you can't convince me that JJ Redick was coaching for interviewing for his job on that podcast.
I think that podcast definitely had, I don't know how much it had, but I don't think it had as much to do with it as you're giving it. I think it just had a little bit to do with it. I think really Jeannie Buss, she saw the podcast, like she knew LeBron and JJ were doing the podcast. She saw the podcast. She was like, interesting. Because a lot of former players or analysts or whatever, or like former coaches, really, they go on like sports shows, podcasts, doing commentary and stuff like that to sort of let prospective employers know, like, hey, this is my thought process. This is what I know about the game. And it impresses people. That's why people get hired. Like, that's why Steve Kerr got hired from because he was commentating and stuff. That's why Jeff Van Gundy keeps getting asked back and stuff like that. So,
but he was a coaching staff. He was on somebody's coaching staff at some point.
He was on the coaching staff, and then he's no longer on that coaching staff. And I think they get these commentary gigs a lot of times so they can bring themselves back to the forefront. Like, hey, I know what I'm talking about. Hey, I can do this. So I think that's stuff like that helps a lot.
For sure. But you never seen something like JJ Redick where all you know is the commentating. Like, essentially what JJ Redick is.
I don't think Steve Kerr ever coached before he got to the Warriors. I could be wrong, but
he was a part of like front offices. Like he was a part of like the coaching staff stuff, at least with San Antonio. Now, granted, he never coached before doing X.
He never coached at San Antonio.
No, I'm not saying that he's never coached. I'm saying like he's been a part of that staff. He's been a part of like that front.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So it's just like, essentially, no disrespect to JJ Redick, but the way I look at JJ Redick is how I look at a nigga like Jeff Saturday. You were a player, you commentated, and now you're a head coach for an organization.
Mm-hmm. And
it's funny how people was calling the Colts a laughingstock and like, what the fuck are you niggas doing? And was just like, yo, this is an unserious ass hire. And granted, there are people that's saying the same thing for the Lakers, but it looks a little bit more accepted than somebody like Jeff Saturday. And I'm just like, it looks like the same thing to me. To me, it just looks like the same thing. Now, well, and people want to talk about Mark Jackson. I'm like, okay, bet, cool. You want to talk about Mark Jackson not being a head coach before. He won 23 games his first season as a head coach. Do you feel like the Lakers fans will be pleased with JJ Redick winning you 23 games for the Los Angeles Lakers? The answer is no.
At all.
Y'all fired an NBA. Y'all fired an NBA coach that gave you a championship.
And Frank Vogel's not a bad coach. Everybody hating on Frank. Frank Vogel's not a bad coach.
Hired JJ Redick and Mike Budenholzer still doesn't have a job. I just want to put that out.
I think people just don't like Mike Budenholzer, honestly.
I don't know. He's an NBA champion, so I don't know. Who knows? I would say Monty, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is.
But Greg,
now it's about that time.
Yeah.
Jackson, do you have a hot take?
All right. Now, my hot take, it might ruffle some feathers, but it really shouldn't. But then again, it's a hot take. So, you know. But my hot take is, I think all of y'all need to start going back to church, bro. I feel like y'all are all horrible people. I feel like everybody is terrible people. And we all need to figure out how to become better, because good God. Just reading, like, go back, listen to all the stuff we talked about in this podcast. Y'all are some freaky ass people. Y'all are some freaky ass people. We all need to go back to church. We need to get right with God. We need to get this disgustingness out of the world, because y'all are crazy. And that's my hot take. Y'all need to go to church. That's my hot take.
How can you refute that? This is a freaky ass episode.
Dog.
This is a fucking freaky ass episode. You're absolutely right, Jackson. My fucking God. All right.
Shout out to the fans, bro. Shout out all our fans.
He's a fan. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and get this out the way. My hot take is that I hate when some of you people love to rewrite history. The Boston Celtics are not a super team. They never had a big four. They never had this big three that y'all niggas want to talk about all of a sudden. Like, Jax, you know and I know that we clowned and scoffed at the fact when NBA Central posted that pic of Jason Tatum, Jalen Porzingis, and Drew Holiday talking about, look at the Celtics' new big four. We made a TikTok about it. You can go back and look at this when we said the Boston Celtics ain't got no fucking big four.
Actually, y'all should go back and look at that TikTok.
Y'all should go back. Run us up.
Make sure you comment and like.
Run us up. Run us the fuck up. You know what I mean? You should do that. Well, we talked about there ain't no big fours. There really ain't no big threes no more, and there's barely big twos. And I ended it by saying, I don't even know if the Rockets got a big one right now. They answered that question very quickly, by the way. But yeah, look, we can go into the semantics of like what a super team is versus what it is not. But for 95% of this season, I did not hear niggas at all talking about, look at the Boston Celtics super team. Look at the Boston Celtics big four. And if somebody ever said it, it was quickly just like, nigga, are you serious? Shut up. Fuck up.
Like, you quickly mush those people.
Yeah, like, yo, it was like be fucking for real. And get out my face talking about this bullshit. And quickly, even this finals matchup, it was what the fuck these niggas finna do with Kyrie? Now all of a sudden, if niggas bring that up, bro, you proud because the super team beat the Dallas Mavericks? No, stop it. I cannot let you just rewrite history like this.
That sounds exactly like me. You sound exactly like me.
Yo, just say you do not like Jason Tatum, and then we can all be in agreement because the nigga is cringy. Let's just keep it a spade. You just do not like Jason Tatum, and that's perfectly fine because you don't have to like everybody. But let's not start overusing the word super team because you ain't like the fact that the Boston Celtics won. Let them niggas win. Let them niggas have their moment, and we can hate on individuals, and that's my hot take. They were never a super team, and they were never a big four. Let's stop using those words.
Yeah. Man, I'm just glad we got through the episode, bro. I'm just glad it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was a lot of this. Go to church, you guys. Go back to church. It was a lot. It was a lot.
I need water. Make sure you like and subscribe. Y'all been running us up.
Yeah, nah.
Y'all been running us
greatly up. Appreciate that.
We just hit over 300 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? And don't forget
Donations
on the way.
Donations
On the way to 1,000 subs on YouTube. Let's get there by August or by the end of August. That would be greatly appreciated. We can also continue to follow us, like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I got people pulling me to the side talking about my podcast. Spread the word. Word of mouth is key. Communication is key. Keep it going. So with that being said, Jackson, any last words?
Like I always say, bro. I don't think I said it in the last few episodes, but anyways, if you want to change your life, go out and do some life-changing shit.
And for me, what I have to say, shout out to my nigga, because I'm finna steal this nigga's quote. And we're gonna cut this out. I know one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Only thing worse than a nigga is two of them. Type shit. That is gospel. And with that being said, we'll catch y'all niggas next week. The yearly episode, a very special episode next week. Tap in. It's gonna be worthwhile, man. Look,
our 1 year anniversary. We've been doing this for a year. It don't even feel like
I mean, more than a year, but niggas don't know.
Exactly. That's why I don't feel like it's been a year. It feel longer. I'm not gonna lie.
It feel like two, nigga, because we look the preparation. Bro. The preparation just to get a logo was crazy.
Dog. Matter of fact, now I'm not even gonna say like where I'm at right now.
We'll catch y'all niggas next week, man.